Your cat isn't ignoring you. It's tolerating you. Every single day, inside your own home, you might be doing things your cat secretly hates, without even realizing it. Watch closely. That tail flick. That slight turn of the ears. The pause before they move away. That's not random. That's communication. And once you see it, you can't unsee it, because what if everything you thought your cat enjoyed was actually something it endured? In quiet observation studies, researchers notice something strange. Cats rarely react in obvious ways when they're uncomfortable. Instead, they communicate through microsignals, a flick of the tail that lasts less than a second, a subtle ear rotation, a slow blink that suddenly stops. These signals happen fast. Too fast for most people to notice, which means something important. Your cat may be telling you no dozens of times a day, and you've been missing it. Most cat owners believe they understand affection. They think, my cat loves belly rubs. She enjoys being picked up. He wants attention all the time. But cats aren't built like that. They don't crave constant interaction. They don't seek control from others. In fact, many of the ways humans show love feel overwhelming to them. What you think is affection can feel like pressure. What you think is bonding can feel like being controlled. And for a cat, control means everything. To understand this, you have to step into your cat's mind. Cats evolved as solitary hunters. They survived not by pleasing others, but by controlling their environment. Their safety depends on predictability. Their comfort depends on choice, and their trust depends on boundaries. This is why small things matter so much, because every time you ignore a signal, you chip away at that sense of control. And this is where things begin to go wrong, not in big moments, but in small, repeated habits that happen every single day. Let's start with something simple. Petting. At first, your cat leans in. It feels good, but then something changes. The tail starts to flick, the body stiffens slightly, and suddenly, they snap or walk away. This is overstimulation. What begins as pleasure quickly turns into irritation. Your cat isn't rejecting you. It's telling you, that's enough. But here's the problem. Most people don't stop when the cat asks them to. They stop when the cat reacts, and by then, it's already too late. Now consider the belly. That soft, exposed stomach. It looks like an invitation, but it's not. It's vulnerability. In the wild, the belly is the most dangerous place to expose. So when your cat shows it, it's a sign of trust. But touching it, that can instantly trigger defense. That's why your calm, loving cat suddenly grabs your hand, not out of aggression, but instinct. Then there's picking them up. To you, it feels like closeness. To your cat, it feels like losing control. Their feet leave the ground, their escape disappears, and even if they don't struggle, their body tenses, because control has been taken away. Eye contact is another silent mistake. Humans see it as connection. Cats see it as confrontation. In the animal world, staring is a threat. So, when you lock eyes with your cat for too long, you're sending the wrong message, and they respond the only way they know how, by looking away, or leaving. Then there's noise, a door slamming. A sudden shout, a quick movement. To you, it's nothing. To your cat, it's everything. Their senses are built for survival, which means your normal environment can feel overwhelming to them. Even their litter box matters more than you think. If it's not clean, they notice. Immediately. Cats are extremely sensitive to smell. A dirty space doesn't just annoy them. It creates stress, because in their world, cleanliness equals safety. And then there are scents. Perfume. Cleaning products, artificial smells. These don't just smell strong to your cat. They erase the scent map they rely on. Their environment stops feeling familiar. And when familiarity disappears, so does comfort. Even sleep plays a role. Cats sleep for a reason. It regulates their nervous system. It stabilizes their emotions. So, when you wake them up for attention, you're interrupting something essential. Something they can't explain to you, but they feel it. And then there's social interaction. Humans love introducing their pets to others, But cats don't work like that. They don't want to be passed around. They don't want to perform. They want choice. They want control over who they approach. And when but the biggest mistake of all is ignoring boundaries when your cat walks away. That's communication when the tail flicks. That's communication. When the ears turn back. That's communication and every time you ignore it, you teach your cat something. That their voice doesn't matter. Over time, that builds stress turns into avoidance. Avoidance turns into distance. Distance turns into behavior problems and suddenly, people say, my cat is aggressive. My cat is distant. My cat has changed. But the truth is, the cat didn't change. The experience did. Your cat's entire emotional world is built on three things: control, predictability, choice. When those exist, your cat feels safe. When they don't, your cat adapts. Not always in ways you understand, but always in ways that make sense to them. So what does this mean for you? It means the relationship you have with your cat isn't about how much attention you give. It's about how well you listen. Stop forcing interaction. Let them come to you. Watch the small signals. Respect the moments they say no, because in a cat's world, respect is love. And when you start respecting those boundaries, something changes. Your cat relaxes. It approaches more often. It stays longer. Not because it has to, but because it wants to. And that's the difference. Because a cat that trusts you doesn't need to be held. It chooses to stay. Maybe the real question was never, why do cats seem distant? Maybe the question is, have we been listening? Because trust, for a cat, is quiet. It's subtle. It's built in moments most people overlook. And when your cat walks across the room, jumps up beside you, and settles in, without being called, without being touched, without being asked, that moment means something. It means they feel safe. It means they trust you. And in their world, that's everything. Because the moment your cat chooses you is the moment you finally begin to understand it.